Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this tutorial. I'm going to start by taking this Glamouflage concealer. I love the consistency of this. It's really thick and creamy and it works really good as a base for my shadow. So I wanted to keep these clips inserted so you guys can see how I clean up my brows. Really simple and super easy. And then with my RCMA powder, I went ahead and set my base. However, yo la cagué because I put a little too much there, as you guys can see. So less is more. I just remove the excess and pat that onto my eye. Then the first eyeshadow we're going to use is from Becca Cosmetics. This one's in the shade Aqua. And to be honest, you guys can see it didn't really show up too well. In all honesty, this color no valió madre. So I mean, I don't recommend doing this step. Just move on to the next transition. This one here is a Makeup Geek shadow. So I'm going to pop that into my crease, and you guys can tell this color shows up a whole lot better, so just skip that first step. Now going into the shade Neptune, also from Makeup Geek. This is a royal blue. Now I noticed on camera it looks like a washed out blue, but it is a royal blue. I'm going to take that with the same brush, my Dose of Colors crease brush, and continue packing this on. You want to build the intensity before adding the navy blue, so just continue adding that. Okay guys, we're going to start adding depth. I'm taking this navy blue shadow from my Lorac Pro 2 palette. One of my favorite navy blue shadows. It's so hard to find a good formulated blue eyeshadow. This one is really nice if you want to add that smokiness and add depth to any eye look. I'm focusing this shade on the outer perimeter of my eye. Then with whatever's left on my brush, this is the same concealer brush I used to clean up my brows, I'm going to slowly start kind of mapping out my crease. Now this works easiest for me, so I know more of a guideline as to where I'm going to apply my glitter. And for glitter adhesive, I'm using my glitter goo from Shopware Beauty. I will list their discount code down below. This is a really nice clear adhesive, and it's not as thick as others, so therefore not giving you like a creasy or cakey feel to it. Going into my glitter, I'm taking Violet Voss Neptune 3D glitter. This is a 3D silver glitter. It's so beautiful. I know it does not show up on camera as well because my settings were a little jacked up, but in person it's so vibrant. It sparkles beautifully, and now I'm just adding a little bit more of that navy blue to add more depth around the glitter. Pretty much we're just reinforcing the same shades we had already used. Notice that I had lost a little bit of that intensity, so I went back up here and I'm retouching everything. This step is really important. Now I was going for like a pretty fierce wing, so I'm starting with my NYC black liquid liner, extending that tail out, and I roll with it, guys. I don't really plan, I mean, I could very well want a super thin elongated wing, and when I'm going through the motion it might become a super thick ass wing. I mean, it just really depends on the day, as crazy as that may sound. So today was like a medium bold wing. For lashes, I'm taking these called Nayeona. These are from Lena Lashes, so I'm just popping on a little bit of mascara and putting these babies on. These are so beautiful. They're full, they're wispy, and they just make your eye look pop. Now during these colder winter months, I like using an illuminator as a base, so I'm using this one from Becca, and it's in the color Opal. It's their liquid illuminator. I'm going to apply that everywhere except for my forehead. For foundation, I'm taking my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. Now I use this shade around my mouth, and then I use this Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation everywhere else. The reason I do this is because my Makeup Forever one tends to have a bit more of like an orangey undertone to it. Therefore, it does cancel out any discoloration or darkness I do have around my mouth area. Can't really see it on camera, but in person, I really notice it. So this just works best for me. Now you guys have heard me talk about this concealer before. This is the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I am so obsessed with this concealer. I find myself gravitating towards it almost every single day. And it's really taken place of my MAC Pro Longwear. Not in the form that it wears longer, but this concealer doesn't crease on me whatsoever, and the color sold me. It's a beautiful golden undertone. It's really nice and full coverage. So I'm just using this on the high points of my face and blending it out with a beauty blender. Dipping back into my RCMA No Color powder, I'm going to use this on my same dampened beauty blender, and I'm going to pop that right on. I still prefer not to bake just because my skin is so much drier. So what I do is I set this lightly all over the perimeter of my face, and then I take this micronized powder from Sephora and I use it to kind of melt that translucent powder into my skin. Quick update, you guys notice my hair is different. Give this video a thumbs up if you dig the new color. It is a wig, and I'll give you guys more details in another video. Moving on to contouring, I'm taking another one of those same powders from Sephora. This is in the color Tan, and I'm going to use it as a bronzer / contouring shade just to really warm up the skin and give my face a bit more structure. For my highlighter, I'm going to use Geek Cosmetics Cleopatra highlighting palette, and I'm using the gold shade. It's so pretty and it is very, very vibrant. This step is optional, but I do like to apply a little bit of the same no color powder underneath so it can create a more sharp effect. Just make everything look so much more clean and precise. And then just dust it away. I also don't let this sit for very long. Jumping back to the eyes, I'm going to repeat the same shadows that I used up top. First, I'm starting with this navy blue, really close to the lower lash line. With a fluffier brush, I'm going to take that and diffuse the edges. I do jump back into the shade Neptune and back and forth start building up the intensity. So I pack the color in and then smooth the edges out and then jump back and do it again. So just do this until it's as intense as you want. Add a coat of mascara, and that pretty much completes the eyes. I wanted to keep the actual waterline free of product just so it was something a little different. And for a lip color, I'm taking Mellow Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the color Puerto Rico. Thank you all so much for staying tuned until the end of the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this tutorial. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up pretty soon, including a skincare routine. So leave a comment below letting me know what you want to see next.